Welcome back to Silverrun Forest on Farming Simulator 22 Platinum Expansion for episode 11 with me, MrSealyp. It's November 2, and as you've already seen, we had a great demand yesterday, early evening I guess, at the Rural Farm South. Stuck on the curb. Go on, there we go, bounce up. So I was taking wood chips there. I've cleared a load of the land. It was just a repeat of what I was doing yesterday. What was worrying, I'm hoping it's going to change as I move around my plot, a lot of it was small, like shrubs, bushes. There were some small thin trees. Once I cleared all of those out and wood chipped them all, there's not actually that much with regard to like big trees. So I've cut some down, but I don't have a lot. We have got to do today's deliveries, so we'll sort those out. I'm going to do some planks along here. I'm kind of splitting my delivery. It's interesting, I haven't really ever, when I've been doing deliveries before, unless there's specific sell points to take specific things, I just kind of load up a trailer with one product or maybe two and just take it up to a sell point. But I'm really having to think about what goes where and splitting the loads up how I need to. I'm bringing this down because I need to put the hydraulic breaker on the front. We are clearing the land, the bit that I've been clearing the trees, we need to clear all the rocks. I'm going to switch over the beaverator to do stone to lime. So we'll get that going. I'm going to chug a load of stone through that. Actually I need to clear the stuff away. I'll explain kind of where we're at and what we've been doing. So what I'm hoping to do by the end of this episode, hopefully clear the land, get the rocks out of the ground. Probably I might get a stump grinder for this actually. I've been using the Volvo, bring over the Volvo tractor, and I've been getting the Devourer because, like I say, I just find it quicker and easier. I don't think I've got many stumps left to grind. I did a load again, did it off camera. It's stump grinding. I've done it before, so I can clear it properly. And what I want to do is put another sawmill down. What I've done at the North Sawmill, I said I would probably do it. I've stopped plank production up at the North Sawmill. So the resources are going to be used just for prefab walls, planks long and beams. We don't need this just yet. I have loaded up the trailer already this morning. Turn that off a second. And on here we've got, at the back, we've got staircase railings, we've got wood beams, and we've got prefab walls that are going to go to the roller coaster. I've put them this way round because the boatyard needs floor tiles, and I'm going to take some planks long. But I know the boatyard doesn't take prefab walls, so when I take it to unload, it will take those, but won't take stuff I don't want it to. Now I don't need any more of these yet, but I'll get paid for them when I take them to the roller coaster, so we'll take them. It does need wood beams and staircase railings we're going to need as we move forward anyway, to continue the project for the roller coaster. That, as you've already seen on the, I'm going to probably do it every episode maybe. I'll do it to see the boat progress. It's looking very good. I'm really happy with how that's going. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to the boatyard first. I know it kind of I'm right here by the roller coaster, but the way I've loaded stuff up just makes sense to do it that way around. So we'll do boatyard first, unload, have a look at the boat, we'll come back, unload the roller coaster. Then we'll get out into our plot, I'll clear away the yarder. What I did was move the yarder around a central tree, and then just anything I wanted to pick up and put into there I did. Anything that I wasn't using the yarder for, I used the wheel loader. I'm going to get a large wheel load of buckets. I don't know how many, quantity of stone we're going to get. It's not going to be massive, but we'll get some. So I just want the stuff on the front to go. There we go. 4 tiles. And wood beams. Right. Let's back that out of the way. Don't want to go over that point. So yeah, we're looking good. It's really coming on. It's hard to see above that. We could probably do a step ladder or something, but if I jump you can't really see. But we can sort of see cabin parts built. So it's now saying planks we've got plenty, planks long we've got enough, wood beams we've now got enough, metal we've got enough, floor tiles we are short by a little bit. In storage we've got 2,634 litres, and for this next stage it requires 2,834. So the next pallet of floor tiles that comes here will help us complete the next step, but it will keep chugging away on there. So the boat building is going well. I'm also hoping to, once I put in the new sawmill, I'm going to put in a new sheep pen. Massive thank you to everyone who's been commenting on the videos I posted yesterday, all the messages, the comments. It's very uplifting and inspiring, some of the things people have been messaging me and talking about and sharing their experiences, and it's been incredible really the past 24 hours, all off the back of something I wasn't intending to do. I was out walking the dog and thought, you know what, I'll go live and I'll talk about some stuff. It's been incredible. The people that have reached out to me, all different, it's been incredible. So thank you. But Hydra reached out when I was talking about the sheep pens. A few people have mentioned a few different things. Let's get those. Selling. Yeah, so when I said about the sheep pen, I'm trying to find a decent sized sheep pen. Why is that? It started taking it, then stopped. Have I really reached a capacity? I did this before, didn't I? Was it? I just wasn't in the actual sell point properly. Kind of reached a capacity for prefab walls. Maybe I have. Maybe the storage is full. Let's have a look. Prefab wall, no, 4992. See what's required for this next step: wood beam 1998, floor tiles I've got, staircase railing I've got, so I've just put some more staircase railing in. Floor tiles we've got 838, we're fine. Wood beam I delivered 2 here, so we've got enough. So the next stage we should be fine, then it'll move on to the next bit. I'm hoping I've bought enough prefab wall. Why are those not? It's very strange. There should be capacity, unless it's a 5,000 litre capacity, maybe. It's just gone under or something. It doesn't seem to want to take them, does it? There's nowhere else that does. It started taking that one, but hasn't taken that one. Okay, maybe I'll leave that here for a little bit and see what happens with regard to that. I'm going to need to pick up. So yeah, the sheep pen. There's one by Fluffy Mods that Hydra suggested, and also Michael that suggested the twist attachment, the rotating attachment for the wheel loader, and I put one on because why wouldn't you put one on? So that rotating attachment there. And I said just I was puzzled that it wasn't sort of rotating more. The lizard tilt attached by North Modding Company. He sent me another picture and he's got 2 of them. So he's got one there and then one behind it, so you can tilt one a certain distance, then tilt the other one, and it tilts it all the way over. Again, one of those things I would never have thought to try and attach 2 together. It's not something that would have crossed my mind. I attached it, tilted it, and thought, okay, it tilts, doesn't tilt as far as I thought. Okay, yeah, it's so yeah, I might give that a go at some point. We'll get a second one and try and tilt the whole over. So we've got a few offcuts there. We've got some 9 metre logs here, not many of them. And as you can see, actually we'll get in the pickup, might be a little bit easier to see. We've cleared a fair bit. Now I have got a few stumps here and there that I do need to get rid of, because placing things is going to be a problem when I try to. So what I did was picked that tree there, and then what I've been doing is moving the yarder different distances out around that tree, and then moving the beaverator around. And you might notice it's changed colour. I noticed on my thumbnail yesterday that I've been choosing yellow and red quite a lot for the colour of my vehicles. It always used to be MrSealyp green. I thought, oh, I'll go for something different. And then looked at my thumbnail and thought, hang on a minute, that's the same colour as the stuff I picked the other day. So I've changed the colour of it to white. I brought over the toolbox mod and changed it. I'm going to switch that out now from wood to wood chips to stone and lime, so we'll do that in a moment. But what I need to do is pack away the cable yard, and that tree can then be cut down. So as you can see, I've kind of gone all the way around it in a big circle. We've taken out all the smaller trees, and then the larger trees, of which there weren't that many, I've cut up and put to one side. So what we'll do is pack the cables away, we'll hook up and then move that out of the way. Then we're going to come out and we're going to get rid of all the rock piles, because there are quite a few. I'm going to get a bucket for the wheel loader. We'll switch over the tub grinder. Ooh. Just broken that, that's fine. Let's fold that away. But no, so I'll probably grab a stump. Yeah, I'll grab a stump grinder to go on the skid steer loader. I might as well. I think as we move further along our plot here, we've got a lot more sort of bigger trees. So the sheep pen holds 250. There's a sheep barn or a sheep pen. I'm going to go with the sheep pen because I've got pens at the moment which will require water. A few people suggested why don't you use a water dispersal system. Absolutely, I've got one installed. I could use a water dispersal system. What I'm going to do is go and grab the toolbox. I moved it to another location simply because I thought as I move around I can always go and grab it and it'll put it back there every day when it's done, but I can throw it in the back of the pickup, take it where I need to, and I know that sort of the following day the toolbox elves will come and collect it in a fit of elf preservation and they'll put it back. It doesn't strap down, unfortunately. I've always said that right from the start. It's a bit odd that it doesn't, but it doesn't matter, it's not going anywhere. We'll switch over our tub grinder, we'll get the stone sorted, and so what I'm going to do is put in a new sheep pen. I'm going to do the sheep pen over here. I'll then take all the sheep out, transfer them over to the one sheep pen. At the moment I've got 120 sheep, it holds 250 the sheep pen, it's only 28 grand I think it is. So even if I end up doing 2 of those, but it does mean the 120 I've got now, when they're ready to reproduce they can, and I've got capacity for them to go into. So that should work. Let's grab that out. As long as the clips on the front are facing the equipment. We should be able to customise, and we need to change that. It was on wood and wood chips, we want it on stone and lime. I was just using it for wood chipping. Why is that not? Did I already change it? I don't remember doing that. I had just finished clearing the wood chips and taking the last load. Maybe I did switch it over when I changed the colour. I didn't realise I had. Oh well, doesn't matter. It's done. To move that out of the way, I can leave the little pickup there. So now we'll go and grab the skid steer loader. Let's get rid of some of these rocks. I also need to move this out of the way. Let's raise that up, bring that in, swing it around a bit. Let it do its weird funky thing. I'm only going to clear the... No, actually, I'll probably do it off camera. I was going to say I'm only going to clear the rocks I need to for the area I need to for the time being. The trees I've got piled up here I'm going to put into the new sawmill. It's the Zodlozoct one I used on the Western Wilds. It's quite a fast production, but it does mean, like I said, all my resources up at the North sawmill will be focused on the other products. Planks I'll do down here, and I've got quite a few different production chains in the town itself which can use planks. So if I've got a production that's churning them out, I can then top everything up, everything that takes them, and I can get other products running now rather than waiting until I've got enough built up. Plus, I think I've got enough at the roller coaster and the boatyard at the moment, but it does also mean if I start to run out, I've got a process that's doing them quite quickly. So that's the plan. Let's go grab the skid steer loader. Oh, the other thing as well, did I do a couple of clips? I think I did a couple of clips. When I said about using this and hooking onto the back of that, I was saving money initially. I think someone put it in the comments actually, because I didn't have a lot of money. So it was easier to hook it onto the back, take it all out in one go, and I wasn't being charged for worker fees. And then I said that when I bought the big wheel loader and hooked onto the back of there, this rig really struggled to pull the whole thing. So a few people messaged and commented and said, why don't you just use AI workers and get the AI workers to drive your skid steer loader, telehandler, wheel loader, whatever you're using, out to where you're collecting logs, and then just drive the lorry out. Now, I'll be honest, when I did the early episodes on this and I was over at the iron furnace, I'm sure I loaded up a trailer and I tried to get it to drive, and I couldn't get the option to come up to set destination or anything like that. So I kind of gave up on the idea. Plus, I keep forgetting it's an option. I keep forgetting we've got it. I'm so ingrained into the previous versions of the game. I've said that in so many videos. I keep forgetting that we've got the AI worker function. So the last 2 log transport deliveries I did, and I've got 2 more I've just taken on, I set that off to go to where it needs to go. Actually, what I'll do, because I've got 2 to do, and it worked perfectly. Although, and here's the weird thing, the skid steer loader, I brought it down from up at the North Sawmill. That came down no problem at all on its own. The wheel loader, the telehandler, the first one I bought from lumber here that I was doing, it came down there no problem. When it got to this junction, it turned at this junction and then turned here, and it couldn't work out where to go. Once I put it back on the main road, it then carried up no problem at all. And then when I sent the telehandler off this direction out to here for the next one, it worked brilliantly. So I'm hoping I'm going to take this one to here, I think. So what we'll do, hopefully it's going to work. Right, set on that. That's great. Set destination. Oh, where was it? Hang on. It was there, wasn't it? Set destination. So I'm going to put it there. Hopefully on the track. About there. Set it that direction. And if I get out, it should. Target is not unreachable. Come on, you did it earlier. Let's do that. This is what I mean. Sometimes you get it, it does that, and it says target unreachable, and other times it's worked absolutely perfectly. It's weird how that happens. Set destination. Come on. It worked before. Maybe it is. Maybe it just doesn't know which way to go. Come on. You can do it. You got this. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you to everyone that commented. And I thought, oh, I'll give it another go. Why not? I'll retry it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And it's been working brilliantly. I can send the lorry off as well. I have to be careful with the lorry. I've set that to 60 miles an hour, but occasionally that has a tendency to tip if it corners too quickly. It shouldn't do, because I think the workers tend to, you know what? Let's give it a go. Doesn't it? I haven't done the lorry, to be honest with you. I've just stuck with the stuff I know. I've gone the right way, haven't I yet? We'll stick that a little bit behind it. I'll do that and that. Target is unreachable. Is that because it can't work out where to leave here from? Anyway, yeah, sorry, I'm sort of digressing, but yeah, it is kind of working. Well, let's be fair, I need to get out there, so I usually need to be in the lorry, but we might as well give it a go. So, let's try that again. Why won't we working? Come on now. You got this. No, it doesn't like it for some reason. This is... Yeah, I've had a few issues. I don't know why. Telehandler's going, but the lorry won't. Anyway. It's all good. That's what I'm going to do. Jump in this. Raise that up. Turn it around. Unfold it. Like that. We'll get actually know what we'll do while we're here. Let's get the bucket for the wheel loader. Do I lease it or buy it? I think I'll buy one. They're quite expensive though. I have to say the new Volvo ones are a bit pricey. That's 17, 19 grand, something like that. So we've got the high tip bucket, 10,000 litres. Might as well go with that. Stone, that's 23 grand though. That one's 5,000 litres. I'm not saving myself a huge amount of money, am I? Any options? No. Let's buy it. So yeah, so there'll be the sawmill I'm going to buy, there'll be the pen I'm going to place, I need to release a livestock trailer. I was talking about getting a Volvo, wasn't I? Having a second lorry. If I have a second log trailer, I might go with a step deck trailer or something, but also if I'm going to be moving around the beaverator and that kind of thing, it doesn't hurt to have a second lorry, it just opens up your options a little bit. So, as we saying, there's loads of rock piles and then I can't see them. All over here, aren't Yeah, there are a few stumps as well. I do need to get them all out. Here we go. So you've seen me do this before when I've been doing the rock removal. This time it's on my land and I get to keep the rock. I don't know how much we'll get. I will speak up a little bit because I remember when I did the videos on this it was quite loud, as you can probably tell. There we go. And then we'll get some going through the beaverator. Come on. The thing is, this is another one of those jobs, like everything I do becomes obsessive. I set that thing, that target in my head of, right, I'll only clear the bits I need to for what I need to place today. And then off camera, I'll be like, okay, right, so what I need to do is I'll clear a few more, so as I'm clearing the trees, while I've got it out, while I'm using it, I'm not bouncing backwards and forwards between vehicles, I can just go and clear what I need to. And then I'll spend an hour and a half just driving around all of my land, clearing rocks. Because if it's on my land and I can put it through the rock crusher to make lime, why not? Might as well. It's all there. Yeah, I don't have a nightmare for it. I still have every intention of planting out along that hillside. That tree's going to need to go because that's right in the middle. Have I got any more over here? I don't think there are any over here. I will double check. I swear we need a proper drone mod, don't we? I know I can use the build mode thing, but we need a drone mod. I suppose I should really have cleared both of those. I was kind of hoping for a... I was going to say I was hoping for a bit of kind of shielding from the road. Those two trees, they'll make all the difference. You won't be able to see anything. That will hide the sawmill completely, those two. Oh, that's the biggest stump than I remember it being. Yeah, I've got a couple more over here. I'll do those later on because I don't think I need those just yet. Now I think I've just put the tree harvester away and I'm going to need it. Oh, if I put this over here, ready for doing that, I can see a pile over there, or a lump over there. So that will need to be done. I need to go and get the stump grinder as well. Let's put that there. Get those stumps out. I'll lease a stump grinder this time. I have been leasing them all the time, I haven't really bought one. I suppose I could really, or should really. And then we'll get the wheel, actually know what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the wheel loader now. We'll go and get the bucket. I'll get some of that running, we'll get the beaverator going. Too many jobs. It's all just too exciting. There's too much to do. Oh yeah, the L200. That's what I was going to get, wasn't I? So I was going to get a Volvo and the L200 and a sawmill and... Oh yeah, I've got a lot of these going. Should I get another one of those attachments and give that a go? I'll strap these down. Are they going to strap down? I don't know if that will hold them or not. I don't want to tip them all over the floor having put them all in there, but... let's do that. Bucket first. It was suggested that for doing the stones, when I picked them up, have I tried using the conveyors and that, you know, that forage pickup for doing stones? I haven't used the forage pickup. I know the conveyors do, but yeah, it's a 10,000 litre bucket. I don't think we can get anywhere near 10,000 litres. Or not to start off with anyway, but we'll get some. That's just more than I thought it would be. Oh, happy days. This will be too wide. Potentially. We're about to find out, aren't we? So, start that up. We have got it raised. Turn it on. There we go. We're getting lime. That's why the Beaverator is such a useful bit of kit. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, it's an extravagance. Yes, there's other ways of doing it. But again, in that thing of it's a one-to-one pretty much, isn't it? I just want to try stuff out. I want to have a go at things, you know? Stuff I haven't either used before or done before with that piece of equipment. So, stump grinding, and I'll get... Oh, there's another rock pile over there, look. All over there. I'll go and do that as well. I'll get that tree down. Very relaxed. At least that way when I come out with the stump grinder, I'm not going to grind all the stumps, take it away, then come back and think, oh, hang on a minute, I've got to cut that tree down, and then I've got another annoying stump in the way. Just drop that down. Ah, am I on 9 meters? I should be. Do I take a gamble and think I am, or do I need to check? Oh, actually, hang on. It doesn't say in it, does it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Not to worry. Try not to damage my pickup on the way through. Just drive over. Oh! How did I miss that? Oh, I've got some more stone there. Find out. So look about 9 meters to you. Yeah. Got another 9 meter out of that, then an off cut, I think. Say an off cut. It's quite a long off cut. Awesome. Troubles I'm finding, because I'm enjoying what I'm doing on here. I'm finding as I'm doing my videos, I'm showing more of what I'm doing, but then I'm not getting all the jobs done that I wanted to get done. Well, I set myself a target in my head of by the end of the episode I want to have all of this done, X, Y, Z. Why do I keep saying Z? X, Y, Z. I'm British, don't you know? Had you not noticed? Stump grinder. See you in a minute. Gotta get this all done. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a standard stump grinder. It does the job. I've got a few I need to clear. I've got to find them all. Like I said, I'm sure I'm going to miss one or two here or there. There's a lot of bushes, foliage that they're going to hide under, but I can do my very best. This actually does work sometimes with the smaller ones. Those two at the back, actually, I might remove those two I said about that were providing my screen. Yeah, I might remove those. If you tilt this, twist it at an angle, you can sometimes remove them. If not, you can just cut them, take the stump out, and then you can just gradually cut them down into smaller and smaller pieces, and it'll be fine. So I've got a few of these to do, the same as I said a minute ago. I will see you in a minute. Once I've cleared these, I might even do a little bit more with the hydraulic breaker and get a few more of the piles of rocks broken, and then we'll get that into the lime maker, the beaverator, and we'll go from there. I think that's probably the best bet. Of course I ended up doing more, didn't I? I found another pile over there, and then there were a couple of piles out behind me, so I've done those as well. We're not be far off 10,000 litres actually. Are we? What are we going to end up with? Oh, it's not too bad. Yeah, that'll do. We'll stick that in. I've already switched the beaverator on. That's running, so we'll get that in. And with the 1-to-1, I need to check the price. Did I check it already? No. Lime? I can't remember if I checked it or not. Did I check it when I filled up the thing? I've done this in a couple of different sittings. I had chores to do today. I had some things I had to take care of. Oh, that was what I was going to talk about as well. A lot of people have been saying about my video yesterday, my walks and talks, I'm going to be calling them. And I'm going to do more. A lot of people messaged and said, we'd love to see more of that around your surrounding area, places you go, places you walk. You know what I'm like for my history lessons and that kind of stuff. To make sure that all goes. Brilliant stuff. So yeah, I might do a bit of history and stuff. There's a few places near where I live and where we take farm dog for a walk that might be interesting. No, I hadn't. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the lime price. What are we looking at? It's actually looking at the lime compared to stone price I need to be checking, because where are we? I've gone past things. Where's stones? There we go. 421. It's not brilliant up at the Silverrun container, but then to be fair, I guess yeah, it's not. But stone is only 92, so 421 compared to 92. Better off doing the lime. Admittedly, the beaverator did cost me a bit of money, so I suppose there's the offset in the cost of that. But don't worry about that. We made our money logging. We're logging magnate. We'll be absolutely fine, I'm sure. Drop this off. I'm going to grab the bag handler, and then I think what we'll do, I need to clear. Actually, no, we need to clear the site. I'm going to clear everything I think first, because otherwise I can't place things I want to place. Yeah, I'll just move this out of the way. We'll get the lime out of the way first, then move the beaverator out of the way. I need to put that toolbox. I mean, like I said, the toolbox will reset itself back to where I originally put it. But that is going to slosh around in the back of there until I do. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to do more of those walks and talks. But I don't know if I mentioned this. Did I mention this yesterday at all? A lot of people messaged to say I didn't catch you when you did the live stream, but we caught it afterwards. A few people did message me saying that very same thing. They didn't get notifications and stuff like that. There's a very good reason for that. Normally I've never live streamed from my phone before. I've done videos, and I've then edited and posted those videos that I've recorded from my phone or from my camera when I've been out and about. But I've never actually done it from my phone like that. I set it all up, took a quick thumbnail, put in a little description or the title, and then just went live. And I couldn't work out 27, 29 minutes it was long. I hadn't had any views or likes. I couldn't understand it. It's because I had it set on private. As soon as I stopped recording, I thought, That's weird. So when I went into the settings, it was on private. As soon as I set it public, it then went live. So nobody saw it live. So next time I do it, it will actually be live. Although I won't be, because I'll be doing it on my phone probably. I've been looking at cameras that you can stream from. They're not cheap. So I might have to just continue with my phone for the time being. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to do more. I'm kind of looking forward to it because I need to be out and about more, doing more walking. Now I feel physically able to do it and get out and do more. So why not combine that with just doing some videos? Just chatting about things. So, sawmill. I think over here is probably the best place I'm going to... I want it close to the road, close to the railway track. Don't want to stand on the railway track while I'm placing it. That's a good way to end up in A&E. Or worse. So, under production, and there we go across, we should find... It's a sawmill produced and supplied by Zodelzocht. The same, like I said, the same one I used on Western Wilds. It produces really quickly. The question is how, I mean, actually... It's 125 grand, so we're only $60 over. What's that overlapping with? Have I missed a tree stump, or is there a tree still there? Well, to be fair, that's pretty good. Do I want it closer to the track? You know what I'm like? My decision making, once placed, you know. Mind you, if I put it too close to the road, I've got to be careful. Okay, that's all right. That'll do. I'm going to do a bit of landscaping. I was asked the other day whether or not I would do not a tutorial on landscaping, but when I do my landscaping, can I show it? Again, I'm often torn with doing that because I don't know whether or not people would find it boring. I mean, basically, I just take the painting palette and I try and blend it. I try and mix it. Oh, there you go. There's a stump. That's why I wouldn't place over there. That's what it had found. I said I'd probably miss one or two here or there, so I have to get rid of that. But next then, I want to put in the pen for the sheep. And this is the sheep barn extra large by Fluffy Mods. And like I say again, thank you to Hydra. I can have for 99 grand the one with the barn, which doesn't require water, or the one for 28 grand, which I can put water in. I'm putting water in anyway on the ones I've got. So I might as well go for that. It's only 28,000, holds 250 cows. Cows? No, it doesn't. It holds 250 sheep. Cows aren't going to help me make fabric. I mean, yeah, kind of, but, you know. Do I want it close to the track here? I don't want it too close to the sawmill, because if I put any other production chains in or anything that I might add, I don't want it all clustered around. I wonder if I can put it out by the pond. My other one at the moment, they're out at the other side of the pond. At least that will have access to water. If I'd have cut more of these trees down here, I could have actually probably got it in here. But it doesn't matter if I have a bit of a... I'll just put a little track in maybe. If I put it over here, and then... well, there is a tree there. It's about there probably. It does go up the slopes a little bit. It will landscape a little bit, but this one I think is designed to go up slopes and stuff. That's all right. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's go and have a look. I might have to do a tad of landscaping around that too. But again, that's not too much of a problem. I'm sure I can manage it. It's not beyond the wit of man or my capabilities to manage that. We'll see. Yeah, it was suggested that I use a water distributor. I could do that. I could put one of those in. But the pond's just there. I don't mind going backwards and forwards. It's, you know, if I put a little track in from here through that gap, we should be absolutely fine, he says. Hey, if nothing else, while I've been doing this Let's Play, I've been chopping and changing and going with the flow, and I've been trying things out, and if they haven't worked, I've changed them. Bits of equipment I've bought that didn't work, I've got different ones. I'm kind of evolving what I'm doing as I go. I'm not being too rigid in, I'm doing this and doing that, I'm sticking to this. I am kind of finding a set of equipment that will work well, things that I'm finding will work for the way I play as well. And it's kind of, yeah, it's an evolving process. I'll get to a point where I think, okay, I'm happy now, I've got everything I need, it's all working, I've got all the equipment I think I'm going to need. I still do want to buy another lorry. But what we'll do is, I'll start getting some logs in first. Before I do any landscaping, I'll get some logs in, get it processing already. I've got to go and get the stump grinder and get that stump taken out. And yeah, I think that's probably about best. So my mind's just ticking away. I'm thinking I've got space around here. I could move the spinnery back over here. It cost me 25 grand. If I sell it, I'll lose half that. Still 12.5 grand, but it's not horrendous money if I wanted to move the spinnery over here. I might do. Put it closer to where the sheep pen's going to be now. Again, that's part of an evolving process. I thought I would have it over there. I thought it'd be fine, and it would be, and it could be, and it still could be. But I think rather than feeding 4 separate pens, which originally I thought in my head would be absolutely fine, I just think having them all in one with the ability for them to be able to expand when they reproduce, it's a better way of doing it, I think. So yeah, I'll get these logs in, we'll get some processing. And the good thing with that being as well, because of the speed of this process is, like I've said, and another reason why I was going to put this in, because there are quite a few of the production chains up in the town that will take pallets. I can then buy more production chains as I move forward, and I haven't got a weight on resources. I can get things. Some do take logs, some take planks and planks long. But if I've got plenty of planks, I can get them all producing anyway. Now, I think, if I recall correctly, the trigger is alongside the building. This texture, I'm just thinking of landscape, and the problem I've got is, unlike a lot of maps where map makers put in the textures that they've used, Giants have put some in, but not all of them. I've found trying to texture and landscape some of the bits. There's sand, there's animal dirt, there's a bit of gravel, but there's that kind of reddish texture there, or colour, and I haven't been able to find it. So I'll just have to blend as best I can. 14,000, is that all from that whole pile? 14,000? I suppose when you think, if I fill up those containers, 33,000 litres for a 9 metre container, so yeah, I guess that's about right, isn't it? So, wood, planks on, and we are already ramping up. Oh, I forgot about wood chips, because this does wood chips too, and bark mulch, which I didn't really sell, didn't do anything with that on Western Wilds, but wood chips, that's cool. Wait, how do you camouflage a massive Volvo wheel loader? I seem to manage it. I couldn't even see it. That was good timing. I was actually backed up over the tracks. That would have been horrific if well, I say horrific. It wouldn't have been good. Let's just put it that way. We'll get some more in, and then yeah, I'll start the landscape. But it is a really, honestly, it's just a case of trial and error. Just if you've got a map, if you've got a test map, if the map you're playing on, you know, it doesn't hurt when you first start playing a map to have a second version of it as a test map and try out things like that. The landscaping, the texturing, the blending, seeing how you can match things up. I think with the way I'm looking at this, I'm probably going to have to put more of the meadow grass texture. Oh, that's a bit better, 25. Look at the speed that's going though. I needed my first full pallet. Boom. Happy day. Oh, hang on a minute, I've just thought. I checked the wood beams, and the wood beams won't work on this map, because this will produce planks and wood beams, but the wood beams aren't compatible. The planks are standard, aren't they? Across all of the logging sawmills and stuff. I better check one. I need to check a pallet. I just suddenly thought, what if I've placed this and spent 125 grand, and then the processes and productions here won't take them? That, well, I suppose I can still sell the pallets. I can still the pallets of planks. I can still make money, but I want them really for the productions. Better check. I'll just plough on regardless. Happy. Oh, I need to come back and do this as well. Try and work out why I didn't take the rest of those. Oh, there we go. Whew, okay, that's a weight off my mind. I know that's going to work. Brilliant. Not too bad either. 2203 for a pallet, 1,000. That's good. Another one's already there. That was a good shout, that. I'll put the... start with landscaping now. I'm just driving past that concrete thinking, I don't like the look of that. So I think I will get straight in and landscape. See what I mean? If I go down to painting, we've got the forest ground, we've got a grass one, there's the animal mud, but there's that slightly kind of reddish, it just doesn't quite match up. All I do is make sure that when I'm on the ends I kind of blend it all together. That looks better, I think. Yeah, it looks better. Next episode, we will have a go with the double swivel rotating bit. Why are they not coming out properly? Oh, there we go. I know on Western Wilds I had to keep turning that down. Turning it off every now and again because I was getting quite a lot from it. Yeah, so next episode we've got so much more to do. That's good. I've got plenty to do, plenty I want to do. I'm sure it will all work out absolutely fine. As long as you stick with me, keep smashing that like button, we'll be absolutely fine. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.